From censored files to clear evidence, this is Redacted Realms.
The world admires how Vietnam brings the sea to Laos, while Thailand faces mountains due to losing major benefits. Vietnam and Laos have always been brotherly neighbors with deeper affection than the Red River. Sharing roots while leaning against the majestic Truong Son Range, drinking from the same Mekong River waters. Sharing cultural similarities and humanitarian walking together throughout history from the Bach Viet origins to state formation stages. Laos and Vietnam share a history of fighting against foreign invaders. Eloquently, with great friendly relations, solidarity and comprehensive cooperation across generations of leadership. Therefore, this relationship is called by the world as the unique great friendship between the two nations. Without oppression and enslavement, without resentment and personal grudges. The peoples of both countries have helped each other for thousands of years, mutually supporting each other, being close-knit neighbors. Therefore, not only are they reliable strategic partners, but Vietnam and Laos are also brothers. Established since the time of late President Ho Chi Minh and late President Quezon Pham Binh. Therefore, witnessing the difficulties faced by Laos as Southeast Asia's only landlocked country, Vietnam decided to bring the sea to Laos for its brother, astonishing the whole world. Whether Thailand lost anything after this incident, let's explore what did, and analyze this issue more deeply. Unlike Vietnam's fortunate natural coastal position extremely favorable for economic development, Laos is a landlocked country, the only one in Southeast Asia without sea access. Not to mention 80% of Laos' land area consists of mountains and plateaus, with extremely inconvenient transportation, hence called a landlocked country. The traffic bottleneck has tightly locked Laos people's domestic and international exchanges, and limited Laos' economic development speed. For generations, Lao people have dreamed of one day breaking this lock. This country still has to transit through Bangkok port in Thailand. Laos goods are transported via land and water routes along the Thai-Lao border. Sea trade through Thailand accounts for about 95% of Laos' foreign trade. Besides paperwork and transportation costs, landlocked countries like Laos have poor infrastructure. So trade costs, already high, become even higher, when compared to coastal countries. In the long term, without sea access, Laos will bear expensive trade costs, reducing competitiveness. Not only that, sometimes transiting through neighboring coastal countries also harbors many risks leading to political conflicts. Because the truth is, if you have sea, you serve the world. If you're landlocked, you serve your neighbors. But there's a great way. Instead of Laos goods having to go through Thailand, there's now a much shorter route from Laos straight to central Vietnam to reach the sea. This is also how Vietnam single-handedly helps Laos connect to the sea, realizing regional logistics streams and ocean connectivity. This event originated in 2017 when former President Xuan Phuc, then Prime Minister, and Prime Minister Ong Mun Sisulit co-chaired the Vietnam-Laos bilateral cooperation meeting. Here came an extremely important turning point for Laos' long-term development. The Intergovernmental Committee agreed Vietnam was to help Laos transform from landlocked to sea-connected, allowing Laos access to Vung Ang port as a gateway to ASEAN. Vietnam even trusts Laos like family brothers, allowing them to export and import goods from other countries through any of Vietnam's seaports. Both convenient for goods routes and costing the lowest expenses, not just through Vung Ang port. Easy, but if both countries unite to exploit each other. This also clearly demonstrates the special trust and meaningful friendship between comradely neighbors of the two nations, Laos-Vietnam. The Vietnamese government grants Laos this privilege because both countries have long had special relations. With regular policy coordination, such tremendous support will help Laos connect to the sea and realize its vision of becoming a country. Bringing sea connectivity allowed Laos to integrate more effectively into regional and global supply chains. Clearly, we support Laos in accessing the sea, but Laos also helps us resolve difficulties for businesses of both, liberating resources and promoting trade and investment cooperation. Not stopping there, Vietnam also encourages Laos to jointly invest. Attracting international capital to open up many connections between the two economies, including electricity, telecommunication, with a focus on connecting roads, railways, and oil pipelines, aiming to bring Laos goods to the world through Vietnamese ports. That's why projects such as railways and oil pipelines connecting Laos to Vung Eng Port, Ha Tin, especially the Vientiane Hanoi Expressway, have been implemented. We consider this a key point in the development strategy, helping Laos tap into the Vietnamese market and bring goods to the global market. For the first time in history, Laos officially has access to the sea without relying on any intermediary country, and is officially invested in and exploited. Vietnam's decision for Laos has received much attention. Vung Eng Port, a special gift from Vietnam to Laos. With the advantage of being located near the key international maritime route through the East Sea, which accounts for about 50% of global maritime transport, Vung Eng Port not only has the potential to become Vietnam's transshipment, but also serves as a sea import-export gateway for Laos and northeast Thailand. Located at one of Vietnam's 3 international maritime trade hubs, the Laos-Vietnam International Port has become a bridge of friendship between the two countries and the results of cargo transportation through Vung Eng Port in recent years have made important contributions to the economic development of the north-central region of Vietnam, while also promoting Laos' economic growth and expanding its sea access. If not transiting through Vung Eng, Laos goods intended for export to third countries would have to pass through Thailand with a distance of up to 400 kilometers. Therefore, it's no surprise that the Lao National Assembly chose Vietnam as its first destination after taking office. And Vietnam also welcomed the chairman with the most solemn ceremony, with a firm handshake from Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh. The Vung Eng Port project demonstrates the special strategic trust that exists only between Vietnam and Laos, and the Vietnam-Laos friendship remains forever strong. Today, many opinions suggest that the majority of Lao people have goodwill towards Vietnamese people. There are not few Lao people who can speak Vietnamese, even though English is a global language. But in Laos, Vietnamese still maintains an important position, because Vietnam is one of Laos' main partners. Browsing through social media pages in Laos, many people express special affection for the Vietnamese language, even considering Vietnam as their second homeland. For Lao families, having their children study abroad in Vietnam is a great pride. Mainly thanks to the relationship of previous generations fighting to end, the Vietnam-Laos border is also considered one of the friendliest borders in the world, of course, in the new development phase of both countries. The great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation will become more important than ever. No matter how difficult, both Vietnam and Laos are determined to do their utmost to preserve and protect the relationship as they would protect the apple of their eye, so that the sacred Vietnam-Laos relationship remains forever green and sustainable for the prosperous development of both countries, and actively contributes to peace, stability, cooperation, and development in the region. As for you, please share your thoughts on this issue by commenting below the video. Don't forget to like and share to update other interesting information. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Please subscribe to the GNLI Go channel.
If this file opened your eyes, subscribe and open the next case.